We're at the sold-out and noisy Oracle Arena. We'll see the Cleveland Cavaliers facing the Golden State Warriors. Thanks for tuning in, everyone, to this broadcast. Of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. Look at Cleveland's starting group. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Thompson in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And last season was one where Tristan Thompson transitioned from a starter to a bench role, didn't let the move bother him, and still put up solid numbers off the bench.
Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. Irving kicks to Smith. To the wing on the left. Here's Thompson. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. That's on Andrew Bogut.
And one thing about Tristan Thompson, he is an absolute terror on the offensive glass. Was top 5 in that category last year, despite playing less than 27 minutes a game. Does a terrific job and uses his gigantic wingspan to just go up and reel it in. Terrific motor and nose for the glass.
Greg, you were talking about Tristan Thompson. LeBron came out and said he's one of the best pick-and-roll defenders in the NBA. And Clark, that's high praise from the King.
No doubt. I mean, Thompson is an emerging force. More than you're talking about a very, very valuable player.
Good point. Smith outside. He feeds it to Thompson. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
The Warriors have gone 1-of-3 for the field to start this one so far. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just a risky play to make a heave like that. Not worth it.
That'll be a 5-second call. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
That's 2 unproductive trips in a row, ending in turnover.
And one thing you can't do is string together those kinds of possessions. It can snowball and hurt.
And the shot is good.
Yeah, that's a difficult shot in the face of a defender that towers over him.
You know, guys sometimes love proving people wrong. You know that from guys you've played with. Greg, this mismatch gives him an opportunity to quiet the haters and naysayers.
Yeah. Okay.
Golden State's gone 0-of-2 from deep here.
And guys, one thing that we were treated with last year was Steve Kerr's great quotability in post-game interviews and pressers. He said all the right things and deflected praise like a coach who had done it for many years.
Here's Irving. Here's LeBron. Good D by Thompson.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And Kerr is so good with the media because, Greg, he was a media member himself for so long. You know that as well as anybody. Clark, I don't think he ever tried his hand at broadcasting, though. I can't see him doing that, could you?
Yeah,
I know.
He probably just drawn on as a broadcaster and rarely contribute anything of note. Some guys have what it takes to call games, and Steve just doesn't quite scratch me as that kind of guy.
And that one's good, Barnes. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
On its way from Curry for 2. Here's Bogut outside for Curry. Second shot opportunity. Jump shot is good.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
And stolen by Barnes. It's tipped. Shoots from the baseline. And again, Stephen Curry. Curry's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
And there's the 8-second call as they can't get it across half court in time.
The miscues continue. That's their 5th of the game.
And not the way, guys, you want to start a game. The turnover is now becoming an issue.
The Warriors making a switch here. Iguodala's checked in. A switch here also for Cleveland. Dellavedova's checked in.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Smith with it. It's an 8-point differential. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. Then for the Cavaliers, Mozgov. He's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. And it's Amon Shumpert in for James. And another miss by Cleveland.
He operates well in traffic, but still, that's just a tough play to finish.
Kept alive. Stephen Curry again. Curry's got 10.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, I remember GA as an irritant, and this guy, much like Greg, creating havoc out there.
And the slam dunk by Iguodala.
Boy, oh boy, to be young again. My, oh my. Got me thinking back to my days.
Oh, yeah, right. It does make you nostalgic, doesn't it?
Well, speak for yourself, because I could never throw it down like that, but I will say it sure looks fun, doesn't it?
Now, here's Thompson, following the miss by J.R. Smith. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Scooped up, Iguodala. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Iguodala's got his second basket of the game.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball.
At some point, guys, it comes down to pride. Start banging on your chest and get after it from your heart. I mean, you've got to at least offer some resistance. You can't just let guys do what they want in there.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time.
They've had a real difficult time this half, Kevin. no surprise the score reflects the amount of turnovers. That's the story right now. They've had way too many miscues.
And the focus, guys, has to be about staying within your offense. A little too much freelance going on in terms of the plays, and that's what gets you in trouble.
The Cavaliers trail by 14. Stolen by Thompson. On offense, here are the Warriors.